going. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ask an Angel call that we have almost every Sunday. As long as I'm able to do it, I'm here, and I'm glad that you are here with me. Remember, all these calls are recorded, and then they go up on YouTube, so you can always watch it there, and you can subscribe as well. So lots going on, lots of big energy. We're in this Lion Gate portal. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I had a very magical day yesterday. I'm so lucky and blessed. So a friend of mine told me about the fact that there are two white lions only a couple hours from where it is that I live. And so I popped in the car yesterday and I drove there. Took us about 3 hours and we pulled into this park. It's kind of like a little wildlife preserve out in western part of Pennsylvania, beautiful rolling hills and farmhouses. It's a delightful drive. And we got there and we walked up to the area where the white lions were, and there they were. There were two, a male and a female, and they were over by the area where they would climb, a little spot that they have. Obviously, we wish they were in the wild, but they aren't. So we were visiting them anyway, and there they were. And so a few people from our group kind of just showed up, and I got to say hello and meet with them, which was great. And we were there for about a half an hour just looking at them, but they were pretty far in the distance, really couldn't get up too close to them. And then I sort of sat down, as I tend to do, and I had my back to them. And I was talking to, I think it was Julie or Jennifer, about whatever. And they're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. The female white lion came over to me and was behind me, like trying to get my attention. So I want to share with you real quick. Let's see if I can do this. I know I can. There we go. What the pictures, hold on. Why is it doing that? So there I am sitting there, and then it kind of startled me and I closed my eyes and it was trying to get my attention. So I'm like, okay. So I turn around and the white lion is like, Kelly, you've got the white lion gate activation. We got to like talk. And I'm like, okay, I'm totally in. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Oh my God. And the energy of this beautiful white lion, as you can see, just take a look. I don't know if I can expand, like, look at his eyes, how beautiful and sweet and loving. And he looked right into my eyes, like soul connection. And I felt as if there was a mingling or an energy exchange between us. And he was saying hello. And I was saying hello. And I was so grateful for her. I keep saying he, I don't know why I'm doing that, her presence. And then let me see, why is it doing that? And then he kind of snuggled with me. She snuggled with me right up close. I mean, there's glass between us, so just so you're clear. And was just like giving me a kiss, and I was giving her a kiss, and we were just having a lovely time together. And I was just like, I love you so much. Thank you for all that you do to hold so much light for the planet. And felt like a little bit of a kindred spirit there. And ever since I had my dark night of the soul in 2017, I've had this strong affinity to the white lion since my, I'll stop sharing now. Let's see. Since at that time, my hair was black and I had gone through a lot of health issues, and I was like, I'm just letting my hair go white. And I really stepped into my power around that time. It was a real big shift for me on a personal level. I mean, I've been channeling for 30 some years, but something really changed energetically for me around that time. And a jaguar, actually a black jaguar, came to my room and sat on my bed during this really dark period for me, and was so present. I could just feel its presence, and it transformed over time into the white lion. And then the white lion had this big white hair and these blue eyes, which is kind of my persona, I guess, in a way, or whatever, right? My outs by appearance. And I just feel this connection. So it was really beautiful. So I'm very grateful that I got to connect with it. And then not tomorrow, on Tuesday, we will have the Lion Gate activation. So make sure that you register for that. It is open to everybody. Nobody is excluded for financial reasons. It's donation based. If you can't donate something, you just shoot me an email. Make sure you get the Zoom link. Okay. So the Zoom link will go out probably Tuesday morning. The activation will be at 10 a.m. New York time. And if you can't get on, don't worry about it, because there'll be a replay. And this portal energy is open for quite some time. So it's not as if it's like exactly at that moment or you're missing anything. And it's going to continue through, my understanding, normally till the 12th, but it feels like it's extending toward the end of the month. So we're all good with that. And any other announcements that I have? The next light code that we are teaching is light language. It's very expansive, very galactic, not for everybody. You're more advanced students who really want to jump into connecting with very high dimensional beings and perhaps channeling. That's a good code for you. Begins next Monday on the 14th. And don't forget that your best value to embody and to experience all the light codes, which we've done to date, which are over 15, and there's going to be a total of 33, is the IM membership. It might be called the light code membership at this point. All right, enough of all that. Let's get started. I'm going to bring in Raphael. We'll see who else shows up. In the last few weeks, I have been talking to something that has no name. I started channeling it about 10 days ago. Its color is like lime green. It's kind of the best way I can explain it. It's very hard to grasp. Its concepts are very large, like embodying matter, embodying gravity, embodying time, hard to quantify, but something about it is very lovely, and I have felt a very different energy since it's arrived. And I'm sure it's present today. So what we want to do today energetically is sort of prepare for the Lion Gate. And for those of you who are on the summer solstice call, we worked with these pyramids. I don't know if you guys remember that. Those of you in the IM membership are very familiar with them. They're very important and powerful, and they are placed strategically on different places on our body, energetically, by the beings that we worked with in the summer solstice. And they have the capacity to heal, but you have to practice with them. It takes some practice and remember them. And so we're going to work a little bit with that energy today. So I want to remind you, if you haven't worked with it before, that it's at the heart chakra in the front. And that means that the pyramid is facing forward, like the peak, right, would be facing out in front of you. And one on the back with the peak in the back. And then one at the top of your crown up here. And one on each foot with the pyramid facing down. The point would be this way, and then on the hand. So the base would be on the hand and the point is in front of you. And when you start to work with these pyramids that were received during the summer solstice, and if you didn't receive that activation, you can go back in your portals in our programs and find it and re-listen to it, because you can listen to it as many times as you want. There is a very powerful energy or light that I don't fully get or understand that's inside of it, that's otherworldly almost. And we can use it to kind of take, like, let's say you tap in and you feel the pyramid on your hand and you start to really tune into it. You can take it and place it anywhere on the body and bring it into the body, and it almost goes in and scans it and brings you information and a lot of healing. And your hands will heat up almost like you're doing Reiki or something. You'll really feel a lot of warmth, a lot of heat with it, and you can put it on different places in the body. But what they want to do today is utilize this energy to help expand our auric field, our body template of light that is around us, right? We have many, many, many layers, and some of them are more connected and familiar with than others. But when we work with all the light codes, what we're doing is we're turning on more and more and more light over these processes together around and through us as we're elevating the frequency on the planet so that we can adjust to the amount of light that's coming in, the that's sort of in a way bombarding us, right? And with that, especially right now, what Raphael was saying is that there's a lot of change coming up. So we're going to talk about that as well. And then we want to open up the field, open up that energy, and then we want to expand it also to wherever we are in our house or apartment or wherever we're living in a building. And we want to just really open up that space and kind of seal it so that we feel very stabilized as this energy is coming in and it's not destabilizing in any way. All right, sound like a plan. I wish you guys were all there yesterday. I was like, oh, I want to share it, but I'm glad that I got to show you the photos. There's something so tender about that one photo with him, with her and I just looking at each other. It's so special. Okay, I'm going to turn off the mic. If you haven't heard me or know what I do, I've been channeling the Angel Raphael for 34 years, something like that. And I make these toning sounds that brings in the energy for me and allows Raphael to come in and say hi and hang out with you guys. But sometimes it disturbs the audio. So I usually turn the audio off while I'm preparing. And so it'll be quiet for a minute and then I'll be back. When Raphael says hello, just say hello back. Obviously we can't hear you, but that's how you connect energetically with the Angel Raphael. All right, from this perspective, obviously you can connect on your own. You do not need me. All right, here we go. Wow. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow. We are very delighted, as always, to attune and to be here with you. For we recognize for some of you that this energy is a bit unsettling, and for others, it may create a lot of sleepiness. And we are inviting you to give into the energy and give into the impulse of how it is that you are feeling, whatever is arising in this time, with an awareness that this energy brings with it much change. And this change can be very clear and tangible, as it may come with an influx or an impulse or an energy that is inviting you to shift or to move geographically to a new location, or to shift a job or a relationship of some sort. Or it may be more subtle in that you are feeling surges of energy moving through your body. And it is possible that you've already integrated the energy in which you are grounded in, and yet you recognize that around you there is swirling energy of others, in which are perhaps within your energetic field or soul family, that are going through enormous shifts or changes, and you find yourself playing a supportive role and a witness to the shifts that are occurring within them. So wherever it is that you find yourself on this spectrum is exactly where it is that you are needing to be. And we are encouraging you to simply embrace whatever is moving through you or presenting itself at this time, and to know that this is a beautiful energy that is here and has arrived and will continue to open and expand for all of you as you are evolving as a species of light, and the awakening and the remembering to who it is that you are. And so, hello.
Hello. So, Raphael, as this energy comes on the planet and many of us feel tired,
Mhm.
right? How
Yeah.
do we balance that out with our earthly responsibilities while also giving into the energy? What should we
Oh.
prioritize and how should we go about that?
Oh, it is asking you to attune to your instinctual energy and to follow your own inner instinct, much like a lion, what your primal or primordial needs might be at this particular time. And so sleeping and resting in order to integrate the codes that are coming in at such a rapid pace is very important at this time, not to fight it, for there are other times in which we may encourage you to get up or to get moving or to accomplish, and that may be what's moving through you. But whatever is happening, whatever is moving, allow it and move with it. Do not fight it, do not push against it, do not try for it to be anything other than whatever it is now, to allow yourself to just be fully immersed in whatever is in asking of you to do. And as we would say, to care for yourself very deeply. Often there is an energy where one will put aside taking care of themselves or doing what is needed for their physical or emotional or even mental body in pursuit of something else that they think is more important, that drives them to complete or accomplish something. And in doing that, which is often very admirable and often valued within the collective consciousness in your society, it can often, in the long run, in a sense, hold one back from surrendering to whatever's coming in that would propel you actually at a quicker pace in a willingness to give into it a bit. So this energy that has arrived, that is very large and expansive and beautiful, and we, or Kelly sometimes labels it almost as a galactic, is because it isn't something that necessarily can be touched or anchored in, but it moves with you. And if you can move with it, it may guide you to a long nap. It may guide you to a walk. It may guide you down to the river or the ocean's edge or into the mountains. It may guide you to draw or to photograph or to write or to sing or to dance or to move in some way. It may guide you to uproot where you are as your heart's desire to be somewhere else can no longer remain where you are and will move in a new direction. It may guide you to just drop into where you are, to the geographical location that is cradling you, and allow yourself to be immersed and to be held in that for whatever urge you are feeling, whatever urge instinctively is bringing itself to your attention, is the one to embody and to embrace at this time. This energy is revealing in many ways, but and asking you to just let go, to trust fully and completely in something much grander than can be perceived with the naked eye or the perception of the human experience, and to allow yourself to feel held, to feel embraced by it, to know that you are loved, to perceive the larger perspective of your essence, of your soul, beyond the constraints of the human body and form, or even that of linear time. It asks you to feel what it is to be encased in matter itself, to become matter. What does that mean in your experience, to feel the essence of the movement that arises through time in your perception of it, to be all of those things and more, to expand into something much larger, into the infinite, to see if that you can feel what it feels like to be infinite. to break open from the constraints of structure and form, just temporarily, to expand your energy into more spaciousness of freedom, into the infinite space and the void of nothingness and everything, into a place where the vastness holds you so much. It cradles you in the warmth of the womb of the Great Mother, and you allow yourself to just rest in that, as if you were a fetus within the womb. Your mind would not be consumed with the activities of the day, but rather just the sensations and the knowing of the care and the tenderness of the embrace of the space in which you are in without definition. And so it is that this energy is, and more. And it comes with the beautiful lions, and we will talk about that more on Tuesday. But it is that in preparation for this, we are encouraging you to just give into your instincts, to your intuitive nature, to your internal knowing, to the little voice perhaps that you can allow to become louder, to hear and to expand through your heart center. And it is that through this, letting go, trusting, expanding, opening, and being, simply just being in the presence of all and everything in each moment, whether that be the washing of the dishes or the folding of the laundry, the listening to a friend, the laying in the grass, the smells of the spices on the stove, whatever it may be, and engaging completely and fully within that. It is distinguishing in many regards and delineating or dissolving, perhaps would be a word you may use, your perception of time in a new way, encouraging you to drop fully into the presence of what is, fully and completely here and now, without regard for the worry of what will be or the anguish of what has been. And in that, there is so much freedom and expansion that you shall feel. And so an initiation process of sorts is here for you as you step through the gates with the lions into the great stars and the constellations, through the Milky Way, down the great rivers and into the pyramids, where the light opens up and reminds you of your origin. And prior to that, we are asking of you to play with the fields of energy, play with your being, with yourself, other than the mind, for the focus of the intellect, the focus of the mind, the focus of the technology of all of this has been primary in your pursuits in recent decades, and continues to move rapidly in that direction. But equally as important will be this primal deep connection to the earth itself, to her core and her heartbeat, to the instinctual, internal, intuitive knowing that cannot be quantified nor placed upon a box or in a machine, but is only your own and yours to know, that cannot be taken from you. And it is that pulsation that allows the beating heart of the Great Mother within the core of her planet, within the core of her center, that radiates her love up through her tube and into your core, into your heart, and then up through the crown, expanding into the galactic heartbeat of the universe itself. That pulsation is the instinctual nature, the primal tone, the resonance of the geometry and the patterns of light and color that come and move through in your willingness to feel their sensation sensation, to feel, to know, and to acknowledge them. And so the gifts received recently that are been placed by the Sirian Elders on you and through you and around you are tools to be felt, to be seen, to be worked with, to expand upon, so that you may stabilize, perhaps is a word, to anchor in the influx of this magnificent energy. And so perhaps we can support you in that today.
Thank you, Raphael. And so, as we move forward through this process of surrendering to this energy and bringing it in by doing what we feel called to do, like walking, drinking more water, fasting, sleeping, these kinds of things, will this energy like turn the other direction and lift us forward and inspire us to do things?
Yes, if you are willing to fully let go, dropping into it. If that is what is arising for you, for some of you, you are moving at a rapid pace with a great need to complete something, and that is all right too. But if it is inviting this sense of slumber, this deep sleepiness, this restful way, and you rest and fall into it, allowing it to cradle you, you will receive and absorb the energy that it is bringing to you, and it will be integrated within your energetic field. And in a sense, it will upgrade you to a new template. And that new template and its blueprint or design then will reveal itself with more clarity, allowing you to move through the pathways and the corridors with more direction, more direction perhaps is the word, with a greater sense of resolution, of completion, of destination perhaps. And so it is temporary. It does not mean that it will last for weeks or months on end. It could be a few hours or a few days, but in fully just giving in, letting go completely, surrendering to it, trusting in it, in the unfolding of its own divine nature. It will reveal to you so much beauty, so much magic. However, in order to experience that, once the restful time has come into a feeling or sense of completion, it is important, when invited to something, when opportunity arises, to follow through, to take a chance, to follow the pathway, for that is where the magic lands. That is where it comes, in sometimes the least expected places, or when one is not necessarily expecting of it, it comes to you.
Thank you, Raphael. So, can you take us through this initiation or whatever preparation we need in order to receive this energy in the most beautiful way, to make beautiful decisions in this time, and to open ourselves up to the change that is coming?
Oh, yes, we are wanting you to begin to pull in your energy by closing your eyes, going inward, allowing your eyes to be closed, and your shoulders to drop, and your breathing to slow down, feeling your breath moving in and out through the belly. Bringing your awareness to your toes and allowing your focus to be on all of your toes, all at the same time. Bringing your awareness to your knees and to your calves, allowing any tension in the body or muscles to simply let go, to be released, to fall. Noticing if you are holding yourself up unconsciously anywhere, giving in to that and just dropping down deeper and deeper as your eyes are becoming heavier and heavier. And as you are listening to the sound of my voice, you are going into a deeper and deeper state, aware if there is any resistance to that, and a willingness to shine light upon that resistance, meeting it wherever it is and loving it completely and absolutely, bringing your awareness to awareness itself, knowing that you are beings of light, avatars of sort, here on the planet to fully turn on and remember your origin, how it is that you arrived in this form on the earth, not simply through the birth canal of your own mother, but the origin of your species itself. As more teachings and understandings begin to reveal themselves, timelines begin to shift and change. Awareness opens, and old structures and forms in many different arenas begin to shatter. They expand your awareness and perception of the infinite vastness and intelligent beings of light that you are, the capacity that you have to create, to bring into form through your intent as the master creators. You are starting to remember this and attune to that. Attuning to it requires, however, that you remember how interconnected you are with the web of life, the Great Mother, and your connection to all living things as you radiate love to everything and everyone, wherever you are and wherever you go. Opening your heart, placing your hand on the head of a child in the store, looking into the eyes of a stranger, opening the door to one in need as you bow to love them from the depth of your being, recognizing as you look into the eyes of another that you are looking into the mirror and the reflection of yourself. As you merge all fragmented pieces, collecting them into the unified field of one. Right now, begin to collect your own energy as you have identified yourself in a separate form for now, to have the human experience in the 3D. Collect all of your energy wherever it may be, bringing it in and solidifying it, almost as it's densifying it, and it's becoming stronger, coming into and around your body. You are now in your body, conscious and aware of it. Taking your hands now and your fingers as if they are interlocking, start to bring them to your heart, and on your heart, just begin to open them as if you are opening your heart. And as you're opening your heart, your shoulders might start to go back, and you are expanding your heart center, preparing it for the initiation of the white lions as their lion heart energy is merging with you, opening your heart wider and wider, using your hands to just keep opening it, breathing in and letting go. As you are opening this energy in your heart, start to be conscious and aware that you are being surrounded by the most loving, sentient, beautiful beings that have ever been. Feel their energy around you. They come in clusters of 12, and they are a part of you, connected to the I am that I am presence of who you are, and yet at the same time identified in this moment as separate. Feeling their energy, they are tall and luminous and loving, and they are around you in a circle. Feeling their energy, be aware that they have gifted you something so magical and so beautiful. This is a radiant light, a crystalline plasmic light that is different than the light that you know of. It comes from a different place, and it is filled with something that cannot be described with these words. It is very powerful. They are right now giving to all of you, or if you haven't received it before or are, turning on the pyramids around your body. Start to bring your awareness now to your hands. You have the pyramids of light in your left hand and your right hand. Bring your awareness now to your right hand and feel the pyramid sitting there. Feel the warmth of the light and the radiant color expanding. Aware that there's a pyramid of light on your hand. Open and connect to your left hand, and now bring your awareness to that pyramid of light and sense that you are holding these beautiful pyramids. In this lifetime, you have been in a body and you're very familiar with your body, and it has an end. When you look at your hand, you see your fingers and your thumb and your skin, and you notice that your hand ends at a certain place and that then there is space around it. But you don't see through your human experience that your hand does not end there at all. It expands with light, and that light is beaming in different colors, and it can become stronger and more powerful. It can have qualities of instantaneous and miraculous healing, and it can be a tool for you, and it can help you and others when you start to recognize it and pay attention to it. In your human experience, you were not taught that it was there. And so for many, it is atrophied in a way, but it is being turned on now. And as all this energy is coming into the planet, these different pyramids of light are becoming more strong, and you can start to consciously work with them. Aware of this pyramid, it is like a tool, just like you use your index finger or pinky or thumb for something to draw or to write or to lift. These tools are also a part of your hand. Feel the energy in both of your hands now and deeply connect to it. At the tip of the pyramid, there is something similar to like a laser in a sense, or some type of, you would think of it perhaps, scanning advice, where now you can take this energy and bring it anywhere on your body. Tune in right now to your body and become aware if there is any place your body is inviting you to go. And take your hand and the pyramid and place it there. This now goes into the body. And as it does so, it lights it up and you can see inside, just like you would with your technology like an MRI, but bigger and more powerful and more beautiful than that, and not detrimental in any way. You can go in now into the tissue, the muscle, the organs, into the cells themselves, deep into the DNA, and you can see what is happening. And as you have viewing of these energies and the inside of the physical form of the body, you can ask it to speak to you from its own innate knowing and intelligence, and it will share with you in this now moment what it needs. It might need you to love it. It might ask for more water or movement or rest. Listening to it, it may have something very specific that it needs, like zinc or vitamin C or something else. Iron. Just listen and hear and know, and just become more and more aware that you have the capacity now to use this energy to reveal to you with a deep inner knowing, as you trust whatever the body needs, it can inform you. And as you listen to it, it will share with you. And if you are willing to listen and abide, it will heal. Attuning to that now, just know that is there for you. Now bring your awareness to your heart center, connecting to the pyramid of light there, knowing that there is one on the front and one on the back. And we're going to begin to expand as if the pyramids are moving forward in front of you, about 3 feet ahead, and behind you about 3 feet. And as that is happening, an influx of light is filling the negative space between the base of the pyramids and your body, and it is creating an elongated sensation or shape of light that is beaming from the front of your heart forward and behind you. As that is happening, it starts to just integrate and begin to expand. As it is slowly expanding at the rate that is perfect for you, bring your awareness to your feet, connecting into your feet and conscious that there are pyramids at the base, feeling the point or the top, the apex of the pyramid, dropping down into the earth. As it does so, they begin to widen and they begin to grow deeper and deeper, as if they are moving away from your foot and dropping as they are spiraling into the earth. There is negative space between the base of that pyramid and the bottom of your foot, and that space is being filled as if liquid is pouring into the space with a beautiful light in the color green. These different places are starting to be infused with this green light. Now bring your awareness to the top of your head, the pyramid at the top there, and connect to it. See if you can feel the sensation of the light at the top of your head as the pyramid rises up about 3 feet, and this light is infused, flooding into the space between your crown and the base of the pyramid 3 feet above you. Conscious and aware of that, as this light is flooding in, bring your awareness to your third eye, to the pineal gland, aware of the base of the pyramid there and its capacity to activate dormant talents that will in the future just be second nature to the children and those who are being born in recent times and continue to be on earth, as they remember their capacity to see in a very different way. They will be able to see through things completely They will also be able to know telepathically what you are thinking, feeling, and saying, for they are tapping into a new and beautiful intelligence that will begin to expand the awareness around the globe, and it will activate more compassion, for there will be a deep recognition and understanding of others. As you are tuning to this and connecting with it, allow the pyramid to move out a bit and feel the light flooding in around the forehead. And now the same pyramid behind. It's not directly in the back of your head, but at the base of your neck, what you might call the altar chakra or the mouth of God, connecting in here and allowing the light to come in. Now simply just take a nice deep breath and feel the beings around you. They are luminous and beautiful, and they are radiating light. But they too have pyramids on their hands, and they are attracting or magnetizing to them your pyramids as they begin to open and expand and move toward these 12 energies around you as they click in and begin to rotate. This creates a beautiful sphere. And inside that sphere now is the flooded energy of this green healing light. The quality of this energy is undescribable, but it is powerful and beautiful, radiant and filled with infinite possibilities. This energy now is the energy that you are in. You are being infused in this healing, loving, radiant energy that is stabilizing your whole energetic field so that you may begin to adjust and assimilate to the powerful energies on the planet with the ability to be present in the now, knowing that through the presence of the breath and each moment and the willingness to radiate love and compassion for others and yourself in every moment brings magic, life, and experiences to you that open up portals and expand you into arenas of service for the planet and all living things in the universe. Breathing in and expanding this light, just allow yourself now to be in this sphere of love, dropping in and letting go more and more to just be held, to allow the infusion of this infinite light to move through you. Breathing in and letting go. In doing so, you'll feel the presence and the softness and the love of these beings around you. They are familiar. You know them very well, yet you don't always allow yourself to remember them because you had to forget so that you could play in the human experience of Earth. But as you connect to them more and more, and they become more and more familiar, the veil of forgetting begins to lift, and the light floods into the space that was held in the sense of individual content in order for you to know yourself, to explore and experience the human form. Breathing in and letting go, knowing that you are lovable, worthy, beautiful, kind, gentle, generous, intelligent, radiant energy of light. Now, these beautiful beings are going to turn around and they're going to walk a distance whatever distance you want them to walk, expanding this energy for you, as if by them moving, they are widening the sphere. You can widen it to feel them move out to the perimeter of the room you're in. You can feel them move further out, around and surrounding your home or apartment or building, out into nature, further away. You can allow them to walk as far as you feel comfortable. Perhaps you'll come across something where you're not sure if you want them to walk further. Perhaps walking a bit further starts to encroach upon something or someone else. You can decide to include anything around you, neighbors or other energies, or you can contain it in your own field for now. Containing it in your own field is not selfish. It is just what is needed often for you to stabilize and calibrate your own vibration. Notice how far they've walked and feel and sense them at the perimeter that feels safe to you. Once they are there, they're going to turn around and begin to walk together clockwise, as if they're almost dancing and holding hands, walking in a circle. By doing this, they are beginning to create a larger sphere now around you. And they are placing a disc of the flower of life that is at the base of your sphere in the center. Think of it as if like a ball, and they are standing around the ball, holding it in place and inserting like a flat plate of sorts in the center, the geometric pattern of the flower of light. Upon them are different crystals made of different qualities that are energetically being put in place for you and for the space where you are to receive the most energy and the surge of light that amplifies you into the awakened state of who you are, with the ability to turn on anything within you that you're ready now to turn on. Perhaps sometimes you have a hard time executing something. Perhaps you have a hard time resting and letting go. Perhaps it is something different than that. Tune in right now to something within you that you would like to either activate and turn on or turn off, knowing that upon the flower of life within the geometric pattern are particular points of spin points of crystalline light that are now being calibrated to your intention. You may intend with this light for dormant talents or parts of self to be turned on or revealed to you to be utilized for the greatest good for you and humanity as a whole. You may ask for certain people to help you or partners to come in to support you in certain ways or projects. You may want to align with certain places or locations that will activate parts within yourself that you need to return to in order to bring back information for others. It could be that it's turning on something in you that is lighting up a place or a location that you need to be or not. Whatever it is, just allow itself to pop up in a sense, to show itself, to reveal itself to you, or for you simply to place it on a platter, showing it to the beings of light with the intention that it be infused with this powerful energy. That sphere in the center delineates the top from the bottom, as if the base or the bottom of the bowl beneath you is also filled with this gorgeous light. And at the base of this disc, there are crystals that are coming down, almost as if you were in a cave and the crystals were just dripping down from above. This energy is dropping down in this green light color, moving in and coating this space and anchoring it in, grounding it of sorts as it moves all the way down into your Earth star. You are now in a large sphere of light, delineated from top to bottom, as above, so below, merging in the center, spinning with the flower of light, with the crystal grid anchoring below and above, intending and creating and turning on anything needed at this time for you through your intention, and simultaneously anchoring it and grounding it into the earth. Overwhelming. Remember, there's nothing that you really need to do other than be. That's all you've actually ever been asked to do, is to just be love. You are love. You came from love. You will return to love. And you are here to radiate love with an open heart and a smile, sharing it wherever you go, beaming it into the hearts of others, and shining it through your crystalline, beautiful eyes of light. This now has created this sphere of energy around you and in you, reminding you of the capacity that dwells within you and preparing you to anchor in and be ready for the initiation as you travel through the lion gate with the beautiful lions awaiting you into the great spaciousness of nature as they initiate you into higher realms that you choose at this time to be of service to the great plan of a new age based in love, releasing fear and returning to unity consciousness. Just allow yourself now to be in that energy. You are love. In and letting go, and breathing in and letting go. Prepared now and connected. You will be initiated as you pass through the portal of the Great Lion Gate, floating through the Milky Way into the stars, connecting with the origin of your being in the relationship of a promise to live to your fullest capacity, to share your gifts completely, to radiate love from your heart, to choose to be in the presence of the here and now, breathing in and letting go, knowing that you are love, connecting with the I am that I am presence. I am that I am. Stay in that beautiful, peaceful space, connected to the I am that I am present. knowing that you are infinite. If you are wanting, you can slowly wiggle your toes, move your head left to right, slowly opening your eyes, coming back into the now, knowing that you've received an energetic update in preparation for the Lion Gate portal on 8823. The Lion Gate will begin at 10 a.m. New York time. All you have to do is come with an open heart, and we will get started. In the meantime, if you'd like to register for the light language code, it's going to be very powerful. I'd love to have you there. All right, with that, I'm going to sign off today. Just say goodbye. And I'm not going to open up the chat because some people are probably just really in a deep rest. I'm going to let you be there. So if you fell asleep, that's okay. If you need to sleep now, go ahead. Please drink a lot of water to integrate that energy, and work at night with the Sirian Elders and with the pyramids of light and the energies that we've been receiving. You have to practice with it, okay? All right. Love to you all. Much love. Bye.